I seek refuge in God from Satan in the name of Allah who is gracious and merciful. Quran Topics by Tanvir Kazmi. Chapter number 238, Animal Sacrifice, Slaughtering. Al Baqarah number 2, verse 67. Moses said to his people, God commands you to slaughter a cow. They said, Are you mocking us? He said, Allah forbid that I should behave like the ignorant ones. Surah Al Baqarah number 2, verse number 71. He said, He says it is a cow neither trained to plow the earth nor to irrigate the field, one free from fault with no spot upon her. They said, Now you have come with the truth. So they slaughtered her, but they could hardly to do it. Surah Al Baqarah number 2, verse 196. And complete the Hajj and Umrah for Allah. But if you are prevented, then what can be obtained with ease of sacrificial animals? And do not shave your heads until the sacrificial animals has reached its place of slaughter. And whoever among you is ill or has an ailment of the head, a ransom for fasting or charity or sacrifice. And when you are secure, then whoever performs Umrah, Hajj, what can be obtained with ease of sacrificial animals, and whoever cannot find, then a fast for 3 days during the Hajj, and of seven when you have returned. Those are 10 complete. This is for those who family. This is for those whose family is not in the area of Al Mosque Al Haram, and fear Allah and know that God is severe in penalty. Surah Al Ma'idah number 5, verse 3. Prohibited to you are dead animals, blood, the flesh of swine, and that which has been dedicated to other than God, and killed by strangling, or by a violent blow, or by a headlong fall, or by the goring of horns, and those from which a wild animal has eaten, except that you slaughter, and those which are sacrificed on stone altars, and that you seek decision through divining arrow, that you seek decision through divining arrows, that is grave disobedience. This day those who disbelieve have despaired of your religion, so fear them not, but fear me. This day I have perfected for you your religion, and completed my favor upon you, and have approved for you Islam as a submission, as a religion. But whoever is forced by severe hunger, with no inclination to sin, then indeed God is forgiving and merciful. Surah Al-An'am number 6, verse 118. You shall eat from that which You shall eat from that upon which God's name has been pronounced, if you truly believe in His revelations. Why should you not eat from that upon which Allah's name has been mentioned? He has detailed for you what is prohibited for you, unless you are forced. Indeed, many people mislead others with their personal opinions without knowledge. Your Lord is fully aware of the transgressors. You shall avoid obvious sins as well as the hidden ones. Those who have earned sins will surely pay for their transgressions. Do not eat from that upon which the name of God has not been mentioned, for it is an abominations. The devils inspired their allies to argue with you. If you obey them, you will be idol worshippers. Surah Al-An'am, number 6, verse 138. And they say, These animals and crops are forbidden. No one may eat from them except whom we will, by their claim. And there are those whose backs are forbidden, and those upon which the name of God is not mentioned, an invention of untruth about Him. He will punish them for what they were inventing. Surah Al-An'am, number 6, verse 142. Some livestock supply you with transportation as well as bedding material. Eat from God's provisions to you and do not follow the steps of Satan. He is your most ardent enemy. Eight kinds of livestock regarding the two kinds of sheep and the two kinds of goats. Say is it the two males that he prohibited, or the two females, or the contents of the wombs of the two females? Tell me what you know, if you are truthful. Regarding the two kinds of camels and the two kinds of cattle, say, is it the two males that he prohibited, or the two females, or the contents of the wombs of the two females? Were you witnesses whom Allah decreed such prohibitions? Were you witnesses when Allah decreed such prohibitions for you? Who's more evil than those who invent such lies and attribute them to God? They thus mislead the people without knowledge. God does not guide such evil people. Say, I do not find in the revelations given to me any food that is prohibited for any eater except carrion, running blood, the meat of pigs, for it is contaminated, and the meat of animals blasphemously dedicated to other than God. If one is forced to eat these without being deliberate or malicious, then your Lord is forgiver, most merciful. Surah Al-Nahl number 16 verse 114. Therefore you shall eat from God's provisions everything that is lawful and good, and be appreciative of God's blessings. If you do worship Him alone, He only prohibits for you dead animals, blood, the meat of pigs, and food which is dedicated to other than Allah. If one is forced to eat these without being deliberate or malicious, then God is forgiver, most merciful. You shall not utter lies with your own tongue, stating, this is lawful and this is unlawful. To fabricate lies and attribute them to God. Shall those who fabricate lies and attribute them to God will never succeed. They enjoy briefly, then suffer painful punishment. Surah Al Hajj, number 22, verse 36. And the camels, we have made them for the signs of religion of God for you. For you therein is much good. Therefore mention the name of God on them as they stand in a row. Then when they fall down, eat of them and feed the poor people who are contented and the beggar. Thus have we made them subservient to you that you may be grateful. Surah Al Safat number 37, verse 102 to 107. And when he attained to working with him, he said, O my son, surely I have seen in my dream that I should sacrifice you. Consider then what you see. He said, O my father, do what you are commanded. If Allah please, you will find me of the patient ones. So when they both submitted, and he threw him down upon his forehead, and we called out to him, saying, O Ibrahim, you have indeed shown the truth of the dream. Surely thus do we reward the doers of good. Most surely this is a manifest trial, and we ransomed him with a great sacrifice. Surah Al Kawthar, number 108, verse 2. So pray to your Lord and sacrifice. So pray to your Lord and sacrifice. Sadaqallahu Azim.